Welcome to EJH Bridge Cars. So we just got some odds and ends today, some bits and pieces about how to put in the transmission tunnel in, how to put the carpet around it, put the shifter boot in. I got the board to go in the trunk, between the trunk and the gas tank, and a few other odds and ends. So let's get started. So this is the boot that goes over the around the emergency brake, and also the speedometer cable. I just had a couple of J nuts that clipped onto the holes on the sheet metal there, and then some screws through there. And after that, it's just drilling 3 holes in the floor for the 3 screws. Don't forget that these have 2 plates. Stiffen them up. You can see I got the bug in for the dipstick for the transmission. And we're going to put the shifter boot on a bit later here. And when I wanted with fender washers on this to get a little more area, plus these are slotted holes, but I did have to nip them off just so they fit in against the tunnel. And when I got it in, one thing I didn't really check on is the width of this flange to the flange that's on the other side, and it was about 1 inch too wide. It's not that big a deal, but it would have been a lot easier if I had known that before, and I could have, when it was out of the car, just put a little more arch in it. But that's all set. And then this piece of metal was not lining up with that piece of metal behind it, so I just took a rubber mallet to close it up, and then there was a little seam open there where that's spot welded. This is all part of the body, not the transmission tunnel. So just a little bit of Permatex there. So I'm starting to look at the transmission tunnel carpeting and underlayment. So there's a piece, it's a horseshoe piece, goes over there. As you can see, that's the low pressure and temperature lines, I think, or the speedometer cable maybe. Anyway, the carpet goes way past that. So if you haven't got them put in, then you can put the carpet up first and punch a hole. Or I'm just going to slice the carpet that goes up. And be honest, the carpet goes way up behind here in the area where the fresh air vent is. I also cut a piece of matting, and I think that this is probably, I'll have to see how it looks once I get it in there, but I'm probably going to have to open this up a little bit because I don't want this to cover those screw heads. I think the carpet, we can just flap the carpet and that'll be okay. But this piece is glued down, and this looks like it'd be a hard time to take care of that. So I'm going to start by trial fitting that and see how we do with that. So I've trimmed this down a bit more. So this is a notch for the throttle stop in the floor. That's a notch to get around the steering column. There's the slices to get past the oil pressure and the speedometer cable. I opened it up a bit more so that that flange in the transmission tunnel's like that. This is me, had the piece in backwards originally, and that's I started to cut slots for that, so that's disregard that. And this was part of this. This was that, but over here there's a bunch of wiring and stuff, so I think it's gonna be better not to be there. And of course I have all the pieces that I cut out, so if I want to put them back in. And this funny notch here is where the transmission tunnel comes down and goes around the starter. So we don't want this to be on the tunnel at all. So that's about right. And then these fold like that around where the footwells go in. Same thing on this side. And then that folds in. And this comes against, actually folds over a little bit to where the toe board is in the front. That's the side panel beginning of the transmission tunnel that's in the body. Then it comes in, goes like that to the lift out transmission tunnel. So don't forget, shiny side towards the metal, unlike me. So I'm going to go ahead and first brush on some contact cement. I don't think, I mean, normally with carpets I like to use the spray on stuff, but this is such tight quarters. I'm just going to use the brush and put a little bit on the firewall, a little bit on here. Doesn't have to be perfect. And I will show you once that's in place. And there it is in position, wrapped around the corner, put a little patch in, up above all those bolts, wrapped around the gas pedal. Hopefully you can see around that wire. Now I got to do much the same with the carpet section. And there it is. So you want to start, put the slots where those 2 cables came through, the pressure, the temperature and the speedometer cable. Get those through first. Hold the carpet up a little bit. Get this going to be hidden by the other carpet coming into it and the padding underneath. Wrap the corners. That's a little messy there, but that's how they sent it to me. And here's the gas pedal side, and you can see that little red dot. That's the end of the throttle pedal stop. So I poked a hole through for that, and of course cleared it around the pivot. Held it off the bolts a little bit, and that looks pretty good. So that may not look like much, but that is easily an hour and a half work. So this is the panel that goes into the trunk in front of the gas tank, and it comes pre-creased here, and that turns 90. I measured it. This is 15 inches, and that's the height from the boot floor from that line to the underside. There's a flange there this is going to bolt into. This thing's been laying around for over a year, so it's a little bit warped, but I think it'll straighten out. It's flattening it out. That's laying out here in the sun. So that's going to go up against that edge there, here in the trunk. And then that fold will come down, and then it'll come here, and we'll tag it through a couple of times. And we will have to be careful. We should take the spare tire out of here, because the spare, as you know, is in this container, and it is right here. So I don't want to put drill through my nice new spare tire. Anyway, I'll have to think about that too, because over here it should be outboard of the wheel, that the circle is somewhere here. I'll have to go take a look, but even if the tire was out, we don't want those screws hanging down, because that spare just barely fits in there as it is. Well, let's get that edge bent up first and see how it fits. So these are for sheet metal workers. It's typically HVAC, but it's just a 9 wide pair of jaws, and I'm just going to go this, and I'm going to go through. It'll take 3 or 4 passes to make that 90. I've been through once and bent it about 15 degrees. You can see that'll just go on like that, and we'll work along the edge. Don't want to do it all at once, because it won't flex enough to make up for the piece that didn't come up. So multiple passes is the best way. Well, I got it in, but starting from here, I trimmed out about a ½ an inch and somewhat of an arc, because it was just too tall to fit in. And there's also a notch right here in the cardboard, and that's for this wire. And it fits okay, but you know, not that great, but it'll work. And these strengthening ribs basically follow the spare tire contour. I'm just going to put a couple of screws in there just to kind of hold it. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to put it. I'll probably try to keep it more or less vertical. But you can see I got a bit of a wow in it, and that's that's from it being in the damp. It's my fault, not the people who made it. But it'll be okay. So anyway, now I'm going to do just drill a couple of holes, put some trim screws in there. Same thing on the bottom. All right, there it is. Here's just some buttons head and stainless steel screws. And I think what I'm probably going to have to do is pop these out and put something behind that just to hold that out. I really don't want to drill anything down. The spare tire is right there. So there isn't really any easy way to do that. And the spare tire fits so tight, even pop rivets or something would drag on it. So that wouldn't be good. But we'll see. Maybe I'll put something in and just glue it to the floor with some of that fender adhesive. But for another day, getting a bit late. One last thing I wanted to do, I wanted to put this shifter boot in. So it'd be pretty easy. Take the knob off. I'm hoping that just feeding the flange under the hole will hold this in place. And I suppose if not, could make some sort of a steel ring around it. There's some holes in this transmission tunnel, so they may have done that at some point in time, but nice new shifter boot. It shouldn't need it. There it is. Just put the shift knob back on. There we go. So I'll need to fit the carpet on the main tunnel. And after that's in, I'll do this. And I think that this car did not have a battery drain, so it does now. So there's a hole. You can see the grommet there. That's going to go into the grommet, and that'll fit up into the drain plug above, or the drain spout. It's right there. So that should be fine. And of course, we'll have to cut access holes in the padding. For this is to lubricate the universal joint. That's the plug for the dipstick in the transmission. But that's for another day. So I hope you enjoyed all that. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and join, and we'll see you later.